We should be live, I hope. Cheers, guys. Hopefully we have a stream today. With any luck, you guys let me know if we've got audio and video. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I thought I'd schedule another stream today because I wanted to assemble some ScentVRs. I need some circuit boards to keep going with the project. So, I want to start shipping this week, hopefully, if I'm kind of lucky. But to do that, I need more units, and I'll show you guys where we're at. This is where we're at. Check this out. Dollar store special. So I got these awesome shoe racks from the dollar store. $5, and they hold ScentVRs just wonderfully. So I've got the cases all staged and ready to assemble boards into them and continue on their way. And then these are the fully assembled, ready to ship ScentVRs. They do exist. These are programmed. Firmware is tested. Everything is hunky dory, I do believe, except for my stream. As usual, my chat is dead, but I know you guys are there. No smell-o-rama. Cheers, Garth. Writing up a project on. Right on. Cool. Okay. So to keep going with this, I would like to have 10 units ready to go before we start to ship. And it's not just the units that have been holding up the shipping. I've been working through the website stuff, and I had to get a new shipping company to ship these properly via courier, which I did. I got set up with it's a Canadian company that just does best courier rates through all the different couriers, so that you, like the people online who purchase one, can choose. They get the best courier rate possible, and it still ships from my location. So I got that all sorted. That was a huge mess around because I ended up I had to bail on the one company. I just gave up on them. Their website integration was just junk. But today, I think we will do some boards with my new setup, and we'll reflow them today with the reflow oven. I'd like to get 5 done. I think that would be good. If I could get 5 boards ready to go, then that means I can carry on tonight with the board assembly. Turns out these units take way longer than what I expected to build, as is usual for most things in life, I guess. It's taking me like it's a lot longer than what I thought per unit, but that's okay. It's okay. So let's get some boards, and we'll do some reflow soldering, and I'll get the microscope out so you guys can see how bad I suck at surface mount assembly. So we'll do the surface mount stuff only on these boards. Let's shoot for 5, I think. I think 5 would be nice. And then I'll do the through-hole stuff tonight, I hope. In between, I've been doing... I had to go on Fiverr and get some web dev done for images because I really suck at graphic design, among other things. I can't help testing as I don't do VR. Yeah, I actually just have mine running all the time just for ambient smells, and I quite thoroughly enjoy it. But I enjoy it a lot more in VR. I'm looking forward to making time tomorrow night, because I didn't last week, to go for a little trip in VR. I think would be fun. think I should just take a night off and enjoy the project, because it really does, well, it does what I want it to do. So all I've done is some old, these are the Apollo Disky boards that I just stuck down with some Kapton tape. And here is my stencil from PCBWay and our ScentVR boards. And I just taped it so that they cradle it on 3 sides, and then the stencil flips down and it lines up perfectly every time. The only thing I don't have, they have a dog for ambient smells. This smells a lot better than, well, I guess it depends. I miss the smell of our dog, but not the dog smell, the good smell. Yeah, I forgot to bring some paste out. I also didn't clean that very well last time. There. Perfectly lined up. I just gotta grab some paste. Be right back. Here, you can check on my printer cam and tell me how the print's coming while I grab that. Looks like it's doing the business, eh? I still got, yeah, we still got audio. Right on. I think that's working. When it isn't working, it's a silly live dashboard. Okie dokie. Got some. That's a PCB cover printing out now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chassis ready to go. Of that, 5 are a new gen that I redesigned over the weekend. Constant redesigns. But the PCB covers I'm missing. I don't have any ready to go. And this is fresh out of the fridge, because I didn't have the forethought to get this ready, so it's very, very thick. The smell of the tobacco. I have one of these that's got, oh, that was campfire that just smelled, but while I was out of the room, it must have fired the pipe tobacco. Man, does it smell so good. I don't know why I like that so much. It doesn't smell like cigarette tobacco. It smells pretty much exactly like a really sweet smelling pipe tobacco. Okie dokie. One board. How should we do this? I guess I shouldn't have done that. There. One board. That's fine. Hey Andy, cheers. How's Andy doing today? Okie dokie. Let's clean up the mess I just made before I forget. Well, that looks like previous mess. There. Get this out of the way. And I got this cutting board at the dollar store when I got those awesome new shoe racks in hopes that it could really screw up my camera. That's intolerable. 1 second. Let's try. Let's see if we can fix some cams real quick. Not that. This one. Properties. Let's see if we can block the exposure. What? Why is there no exposure? Brightness. It's not. That's annoying. Ah, there we go. Doink. Let's try that. Is that washed out too badly? I can't tell on this monitor. It seems just on the verge. Okay. Should we pick some components? So I had the idea with this white. Yeah, that looks like it's maybe washed out a little bit. Hey, Rich. Can I type a number in? Better? I would send you some candy when I'm broke. That's alright. That's quite alright. Okay. Other way around. So the idea I had with this cutting board, I was recently just doing things on top of my awesome cork tourney table thing that I stole the idea from Sion, which is an awesome device. It's priceless. I love it, but I can't find SMD components when they take off at all. So I thought if I do this on this white cutting board, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to find them. I think it'll work. It already seems reasonable. We'll see. And then don't worry, I'll get Tessa. I'll get the microscope out, and we'll do these under the microscope, and then we'll see if we can surface sort of. Oh yeah, that's way easier to find. You guys can probably see that on camera. That's the ticket. So this thing, yeah, that's worth the price of admission right there. This thing was it's got the goofiest pattern on the backside, but I got it because it's got these raised lips and just the right amount of work area that it doesn't take up my whole darn bench. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. Way better than I like it. I was having a heck of a time finding resistors that had gone rogue. So yeah. I'll maybe set a couple, and then we'll reset them under the microscope. I'll just punch them through. This is way easier to find. Okay. I realize you guys can't see a darn thing. Maybe we can get you a little. Whoops. Broke my light fixture. Yeah, maybe that'll be a little better. Good. Good. So now that the shipping is set up through the website, I don't have nearly as many concerns with Go Live, because shipping here from Canada is ridiculous expensive for some things. I've got it figured out for my kits, but I didn't have it figured out for a big a box as ScentVR was going to be. And it turns out the company I'm working with now has a pretty reasonable, offers a pretty reasonable deal. It's about 40% off the courier rates that I get versus if I was going to just call up a courier and have them come pick up ScentVR. So it's all set up with the sizing and everything, and if the quotes change, which couriers do, the quote is live when people order ScentVR. And also I enabled that form of shipping for all of my kits at store.MKme.org. So should be in good shape in theory. We'll see though. Okay, some 10Ks. I'll set these on and then we'll go under the hood to do the diodes. And then you guys can see what I'm up to. The 10Ks are on the MOSFETs. And these are 0805, so by no means as small as some of the other guys deal with, but it's small enough for me, and the price of the components is pretty reasonable and pretty easy to work with. And if I have to rework the boards, because this is my first run of these, anytime I have any rework required, I can do it by hand, which I had to do very little of. My first boards that I've produced, I only had one that I had to rework, and it was only a single issue with one of the current limiting resistors. It was the reflow process is working quite great. Okay, let's get the microscope out so you guys can maybe see a little bit better. We'll place a couple more. I don't have good eyes. They're starting to fail. A year ago, I would say I have very good vision, but actually I'm noticing, I get it now. I'm noticing at times where I'm having trouble, where things are just out of focus, and I just basically, I don't know, I get frustrated or throw darts at a board or whatever, and I can definitely tell at times that I have a pretty good problem. But it's not, it's only at certain times, so I don't know, maybe it's like what my wife has. She had perfect vision when I took her to the surgeon there last week, but some days she has not, so I guess he says it can wax and wane. Okay, some pull-ups for the I2C. Done, and we'll see how I did with my hand placements. Not bad. Boink. Considering I was just sort of chucking these on top. I didn't even try and place them hardly. I did alright. Geez, I did really good. A little too much coffee today though, I got the shakes. I had a really good run where I got rid of some of the shakiness. Well, it's back a little bit. Okay, do some diodes. Get a diabetes test. Yeah, I don't have problems with there's no diabetes problem. My wife's type 1 diabetic, so I occasionally have checked my blood sugar and everything's fine. I guess I could go get an A1C, but yeah, no, it's not. It's just waxes and wanes. It's just a little bit of blurry vision. It's not around. Turn it around, OCD setting in, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Mine hasn't gone. Mine's still pretty good. Like, and I mean, when I had trouble, like, we're not talking, I didn't go blind. The biggest problem I have, actually, besides throwing diodes on the floor, those are expensive. Don't do that. Where'd they all go? Sorry, I'm just retrieving some diodes here. Biggest problem I have is I've had what's called ocular migraines since 2007 or 2008. I first started getting them,
And I've had none for like a year, and then I had a run a couple of months ago where they were really bad again. Really frustrating. It's not horrible to deal with. They're not diagnosed. I should go. There's no freaking neurosurgeons or anything around here, so it's self-diagnosed, and I know what gets rid of it, and I know what causes it. But yeah, I should do something about it, I guess. But they come and they go. What is going on here? Oh, derp. I have to remember. I think it's the negative side on these that's labeled. I thought. Oh, is it upside down? There's a green dot on these ones. I wasn't paying attention. What lead did I have? Negative on the right. I believe that is it an arrow? There's a dot. Hold on, I'll get under the microscope in a second, guys. 1 second. Flip over. Pretty sure it's, yeah. Get this on there where I can see it before I lose track of it. Yeah, green dot to the negative side. Burp. Should remember by now, I put together enough of them. Yeah. No, I'm not turning it around. Pixies get confused. It's not upside down. Come on, guys. You picky buggers. Oh, yeah, I'm not on the microscope. Derp. Doink. Oink. There we go. All right. So I was writing some new code for this. Last night I started a new feature branch. I get on these stupid tangents. I shouldn't be doing that. I have a million other jobs to do, but I had this really cool idea to add some more basically semi-pseudo-random functionality to the fans. I wanted to try it out, so got into that last night. Go to bed, couldn't sleep. Up at bloody 5 o'clock this morning trying that out. Got down the big rabbit hole, and then I decided after all that the delta to my existing code is just way too big, and I can't put that into production. I can't go into launch like that. So I had to park it all. So I just parked it all. That is annoying that that one resistor is the other way around, but I'm going to leave it there just to annoy myself. Yeah, the others need changed around. Yeah, we'll call that's a Xeon. Oh no, these are all Xeon ones, and this is Kanukistan. All upside downs. All right, let's put her in the ovenator, and then we'll do another one. Wrong. Why did it do that? Oh. Maybe we will need to leave this on auto exposure after all. There. Hello. There. Okie dokie. Fire up. I don't have a remote camera, so I can't bring you over, but I'll bring the board back and you guys can quality check it. Was there anything wrong before I go to the oven? Yeah, beware the feature creep. You got it 100%. And I won't even tell you that I've got 2 other feature branches that are sitting there. I need to just, yeah. I was smart enough to walk away before I made myself even more headaches. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll leave that go. That'll be 5 minutes ish, I think. 7.5 minutes on that one. And let's do another one. So what I actually did the other day, I've set this whole project up as a standalone company within my existing business. Is here, you got to be careful with your taxes and stuff, and government wants their cut. So I set this up as a subset of my existing MKme media, so that should I wish to do commercial partners or something someday, we're all ready for it. But in the process of doing that, I decided, well, I need to do my code base properly, like what I do with the devs in my day job, or what they do. I don't get into the actual commits as much. So I set up a private repo, and I set up a master branch, the master branch as my master, but then I set up a dev branch for my development and wrote out all the procedures for my own code, just basically copy and paste from industry standards so that I'll stick to it. And I've been doing that. It's pretty cool because I commit to my dev branch. My master, or main, whatever you want to call it these days, is untouched for production, so I don't screw with that. And then I'll take my dev branch, bring it into make it a release, and then I'll bring it to master or main, and then back into dev. So it'll be just like the real thing, just like a real company. So it also forces me to be smart about my processes, and like late night, Saturday night code binges that should have no business going near production. So, because it may look like it is a simple device, but I do have remote functionality in it for both updates and debugging, and like best not screw around with it. Wouldn't be good to break. Crispy brown and done. Yeah, hopefully we don't get. Oh, nice. Very cool. Cool, Adam. Smear marmalade. I noticed these PCBWay boards do, the white always discolors just a little bit, ever so slightly, and I found out with the last batch of boards, when I go to clean them in alcohol, if I take the toothbrush to it and just give it a good rub, the coloration comes right back to gleaming white again. But you have to be a little rough with it, so yeah. Live and learn. But I haven't had a problem with the oven. I'm still running the factory firmware on that Chinese oven. Everybody's always was ragging on it, saying, it's no good, blah blah blah. And, I found Wave Profile 1 is perfect, is very close for my chip, this paste, the chip quick, blah 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 blah, long number, expired, probably. Manufacturing date, yeah, last spring. Works fine. But I didn't bother doing the upgrade to that oven at all because it works fine. Like, why screw with it? I did take it apart and gut it and get all the shitty masking tape out of it, but I definitely didn't bother to do the firmware. I would like to do a better reflow controller someday, like one of Xeon's maybe, but it's working. It works, it doesn't scorch the boards. They come out soldered just fine. Like, I don't know. Why bother, I guess. There's the tobacco just fired. So I've been testing the web interface too. I opened myself a bug on GitHub for the web interface of this because this hosts its own web page on your network so you can control it through your goggles. And I opened myself a bug because it's been not the best on my iPhone browser, and I thought it was going to be a systemic problem. And I tried it on my Quest there last week over and over and over again, and it works absolutely speed demon fast on the Quest. So it's actually only my iPhone browser that doesn't like old school dumb HTML, I guess, which is unsurprising, but it's just, it takes 2 button clicks sometimes to get a response. I don't know what would cause that, but I don't inside the VR headset. It works bloody awesome. Okay, let's go. I'll go under the goggles for you guys. We'll go under the microscope so you guys can see. See a little bit better. On the front printer, yeah, I'm running the stock firmware on my i3 printer and the Neptune. I upgraded the firmware on my my Ender 3. How's our print coming along? Let's just have a quick look. Good. I actually wore out. I wore out the that printer surface on the Ender 3 V2 Neo. So I might. I ordered a new one from Amazon with some more filament for tomorrow. See how it goes. It's just the center portion seems to be extra sticky because I've kind of wore it out, and it leaves a little white residue on the print, which I don't want on my production stuff. Trying to keep this in view for you guys as best I can. I have a significantly wider field of view than what you can see through the camera on this. The trinocular, the view from the camera is quite a bit more narrow range, so I apologize if I'm off camera from time to time. There. Lovely. Let's get some diodes. Another upside down resistor. Oh my. What shall we do? Start over. Fired. Tell you what, if you buy a ScentVR, you are more than welcome to flip your resistors around. As I'm shooting them all over. How come the expensive components gotta go flying? Why can't it be the freaking almost free of charge resistors? We're racing the reflow oven now. I can hear the cooldown cycle. Come on. Come on. Oh, don't. Don't be like that. Bloop. 1. 2. 3. One more roll. Don't screw this up. 4. Oh, 4. Get on there. Get. Lovely. I talk to things. Even when you guys aren't here, I still talk to things. Oh, I'm short one because it went flying. Oh, now I got an extra one. One more and we beat the reflow oven. Come on. Good. Both my Creality to the Two Trees PI steel sheets so far work perfectly, no marks. Yeah, are you using that gold? The gold colored one? I saw that from Two Trees. That's what I have on the Neptune, and it's quite neat. It gives a quite a bit different texture. So, the camera is washed out a bit, but can you see the... Oh, yay, we're done. Come on. Stop. That's annoying. See how much more sparkly it is, and then this is from my ender. So I ordered this style from Amazon, the gold texture. I really like the look of it. I think it adds something. The smooth is nice too, but this hides many sins. So, yeah, I like it. We'll see. I ordered the generic brand, I think, though, not the Two Trees. The Two Trees, I think, was $5 more. What do we got? Yeah, as long as they're not tired. Oh, come on. You don't like SMD? Like, I totally didn't need to do SMD. Like, look at this. I've got 0805 SMD sitting beside the largest bloody MOSFET ever. Why not, right? Okay. Let's get one out. Put one in. Yochi hot! Start. How'd we do? Little bit of fluxy. Do 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 do. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Or at least they will be once they're not covered in flux. Which, like, honestly, nobody would even see anyway. You can hardly tell, but once I clean them, I get a better look at the solder joint. So, one down. I'm happy with that. You guys happy with that? Think that's sufficient? I think it is. Okay. Next. Don't need that anymore. Do another board. I only have 20 boards, and I already have a planned revision. I future-proofed these boards a little bit. I added an extra I2C connection to them, but oops, we put it in the right way. What I didn't do was get the ribbon connection correct for a straight through ribbon cable, because I assumed I was going to be custom making my own cables, and now these things take me so damn long to assemble. I'm going to swap the two wires for the encoder so I can use a standard straight through ribbon. the OLED is already correct. It doesn't make any difference to the end user, but for me on assembly, it'll save me quite a little bit of time, actually. About 15 minutes aboard, I hope. You happy with that? I'm happy with that. Thanks, Andy. Do you have a favorite PLA brand? Yeah, usually... oh yeah, I found the missing LED. Usually Amaze 3D, but their price has been a little high lately, so I've been using I tried the eSun brand. I got that from Amazon UK because I had gift card balance from them, and it worked good. And it was like the cheapest PLA Plus. And then the other one that I'm using, what the hell is it? It's the cheapest PLA Plus on Amazon.ca right now, with wildly high reviews. I just ordered 4 rolls of it. It's about 27 bucks Canadian for a kilo, and geez, I'll think of it maybe. But yeah, it works good. I haven't had any clogging issues or anything with it. Did that thing flip over again? Okay, time to turn the board. Guess we're doing diodes first on this time. But yeah, I've had really good luck with the Amaze 3D stuff. They used to be a channel sponsor, used to send me their Amazon reject or returned Amazon rolls. There's like people that don't know how to 3D print always blame their filament, and I got tons and tons and tons of rolls there. All of them had like inches off of them, and of course they print absolutely beautifully. Never ever had a clog problem, never had an issue. Really high quality filament from Amaze 3D. I'll take free filament any day, but they stopped sending it to me. I assume they must have found somebody with a lot more exposure. There's a lot better 3D printing channels out there. So I wasn't building big things. It was always like cases and stuff for the project, so they don't make the big views. Really nice company though. Really nice contacts. I like them. They always seem like level heads. Some companies are just nightmares to work with. That's why I stick with PCBWay for so many years now. They're just awesome. Good peeps. Really good people. Okay, we need some... I gotta trim my dispenser. We're getting too much overhang here. I can't dispense. I saw something go flying. It was definitely a component. When you're on a shoestring budget, every bloody component matters. Every penny on this project is accounted for and tracked. Every penny in the bill of materials. Every penny on every gram on the filament. I guess these shouldn't be so bad. They are tracked though. They are on my bill of materials. Okay, overhead. No, not overhead. HDMI. Gold color ones. Yeah. Using the textured side, smooth and yeah. Awesome, Garth. I actually just found that how well it comes off just yesterday. I haven't been giving my Neptune long enough to cool off, and when I came down to grab a print off of it, the print was completely free, just like my i3 Mega did. So I let a couple more cool, and sure enough, they pop right off on their own. pretty cool. And some of these, this project, they like to lift sometimes because it's such a wide flat item, relatively thin too. So yeah, I'm really happy with the performance of the gold one. So we'll see how it works. I got that probably the same as you, except just different brand. Coming, should be here tomorrow, I hope. We'll try it on the ender, see if it gives it that sparkly texture too. We'll see. Ooh. Helps if you put it in the right spot. Ah, lovely. Okay, we got pull-ups. No, we don't. Pull-ups. Let's get them now. I really like this little dispenser, these 3D printed dispensers from Thingiverse. You just pull up on the cover and out they come. Works really good. I did email a guy, I think it's a one-man show, making a little desktop pick and place. I actually looked at getting the Opulo one, but it's too big for my space. So I found this desktop one that's being made. I think it's coming out of China, and it looks a lot like my laser cutter, all enclosed. Real neat. I forget what it's called. I emailed him, and he said he's coming out with a new version in April, so he's going to get back to me. But really neat, all self-enclosed, and I think it's about maybe a 10-inch square, or maybe a little bit bigger area for board, which is perfect for like this project is. Because if I do manage, like, I don't know, maybe these things might become something. Maybe I can sell these things, and hand placing all this stuff sucks. And then I'd obviously go to surface mount MOSFETs and stuff, and I should be able to assemble these boards much faster. We'll see. I hope there's commercial success to this project. I sure love mine. I know you guys have heard that 1,000 times, but man, I love it. Like, the smells right now that I'm getting, I keep getting that whiff of fresh cut grass, and I actually am growing fond of the fresh cut wood. It smells like fresh cut oak log, and yeah, it's kind of neat just having in the room, let alone having in the room when you're in VR is just freaking awesome. We'll see. We'll find out real soon. I think Garth's gonna buy one, and I've got a couple other people on the waiting list. I'm pretty excited to get these out there in the world. I'm hoping to get a little local news coverage, because, like, honestly, who does this? Like, who builds this stuff in their basement from end to end, from PCB, from design to PCB to testing to all of this craziness that is the design for these covers, which was a lot more work in it, like not aerodynamic stuff, but basically a lot of mass flow work, all the way to a finished product and shipping from their house. Like, there's got to be king nerd stuff somewhere in here, right? Ambient sounds to match the scents. Yeah, those are already in VR, thankfully. Beep. I'll let that cool for a second. I don't want to burn my fingers again. Yeah, the ambient sounds are definitely already there, thankfully. Don't want to mess with those. The ambient sounds are super cool in most of the stuff I play. It's pretty neat. especially. I have this one called Nature Treks VR, and I use it for relaxing the odd time. Youch, that's hot. And there's a scene, like you can sit on a nice little island and stuff, and there's a scene in a meadow with mountains around and stuff. It's super cool. It reminds me of Denver, Colorado area, but just up into the mountains. It's pretty neat. And it's just, there's animals like elk and rabbits and stuff, and it's just a place to relax. But it's the sounds, and then you add ScentVR to it, and it's just game changing. Like, even though the smells are completely random and not linked at all to what you're viewing, it's seamlessly attached. It just works. Just awesome. I'm just gonna check my numbers to make sure I put the right ones on here. 2 upside downs in that row. How's that, guys? Is that better than 1? And 2.2k. Lovely. We're good. But I'm excited for other people to give this a try. We'll see what they think. See if they find it as enjoyable as I do. I have to think they will. There, grass just fired. Probably while you guys were able to see it. Whatever one, I don't even remember which one it's in, but it smells exactly like a summer day that everybody has cut their grass. So perfectly accurate. But that in the Suburbia map on Onward, the game I play, it's literally in Suburbia. It's all track houses and stuff, and it's a assault that you play there. First-person shooter, and it seems like you're there, especially when you add the coffee smells in. Yeah, because you're walking by kitchen windows, and you go into the houses and stuff, right? And it smells just... It just, yeah, you're there. It's so weird. So weird. I don't know how to describe it. Does what I want it to do, that's for sure. Except I don't get any time to play now that I'm building things and not paying attention and not having the camera facing the right way. There we go. I'll make some time once I get these units made and we get caught up with enough to ship. I'm gonna make some time to get into VR and play with some people. It's gonna be fun. Middle one on the left, right on. Got it. Standing in line for one. Yeah, thanks, Garth. That's awesome. I think you're gonna love it. I truly do. The hardware is tried and proven now. It does what I wanted it to do, and if nothing else, it works as one hell of a air freshener. It is probably better suited for that than anything. Oh, look at that. Look at that paste job. How would we do there? That's pretty good, eh? Not bad for being goofing around on camera. Okay, I found a resistor. Let's find out what he is and where he goes. 201, you go. Doink. Get. Okay. Some 10Ks? Sure, I'll take some 10Ks. Yeah, this is the way. This is much better. This cutting board, that's the cat's ass right there. That's awesome. I was struggling the other night. The components are always flying all over the place, but I bet you I lost 1 in 3. And they're definitely on the bottom of my socks and on the floor down here, but it's a black carpet, so there's no hope of them ever coming home. Okay, 10Ks, right? 10Ks. It's gonna be exciting once I get this out and get a few of them out in the world. I imagine there'll be a, well, I don't know whether there'll be a lull or whether they'll sell or whatever, but then I can do a few of the code changes I want to do and get them out. And then hopefully just get with some people and get some feedback and then play. I want to get in a room in a Onward game with them, and I want to hear the feedback. I really want to hear what, because I found myself talking out loud, like cussing more or less, like holy crap, that's crazy, because I knew I was in my basement, but it sure doesn't feel like it when you start catching whiffs of things that often. You just lose all track. It's awesome. I have a few other projects I'd like to get back to. I got a whole bunch of home automation stuff I'd like to get built at some point. Yeah. I have all kinds of home automation projects sitting here that are still in the bins, just waiting for me to get to them. Yeah, the flux is already in the solder paste. This is chip quick. The good stuff. That's why I don't care that it's expired. It's that little jar was $65 Canadian. Or no, it was more than that. It was more than that. I don't even remember how much it cost. But yeah, it's a good 60-40 or 60-40-ish. Flux built in, really small ball size, the little globules of actual the solder itself, the mix, because it's the lead and the tin are just in little tiny globules. These ones are, oh, here, maybe I can show you. I'll show you how you can see. There. You should be able to see those. If YouTube doesn't butcher the stream, that's the size of the tiny little balls, and they're pretty small in this stuff, so it's pretty good. And you can actually see the flux too. You can see the gloss to it. That's the flux that they're suspended in. So, and then you zoom way back out, and then we go to work again. I love this microscope. I don't know how I ever got along without it. Sure does the business, and being able to, oh, that's a 200. That ain't right. Being able to stream is just a bonus. That's the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. Okie dokie. LED boogers. Lead boogers. Okay, back to some diodes. Oh, this is cool. Now I can shove the other components aside on the board. Just shove them to the back of the board. You can even see them on camera. And then I'll sort those out later and they're not lost. Very cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! No! Always the LEDs. Why? Why for? I guess it's probably just because the plastic is that much springier. But whatever. Oh, campfire just fired. Now it smells like a campfire in here. That's awesome too. The campfire smells from PJ Trading are absolutely stellar. Smells exactly like campfire, or like basically anything burning. When you're in VR, it doesn't matter. It smells like something burning. But it definitely does smell like a campfire. I don't know what they would use it for in soap, because they're made for soap making and stuff. Most of the smells that I got locally are made for soap making, particularly the dirt and the grass smells. The one that smells like dirt, I have no idea what they'd use that for in soap making, but they do. That's who I got it from. Derp. And another one. I got after this show, I've got the garage warming up out there. I've had the heater on this. Actually, I've had it on the last 3 days on low. When it was minus 14 the other day, the garage was at plus 12, which was just awesome. But I've got my all the cardboard boxes I've been saving for a couple of months are out there, and I'm gonna run them through my shredder, and that's what I'm using for my recycled packaging for ScentVR. Trying to be somewhat environmentally responsible. Beep. See, you can't probably see that, but it follows the reflow curve just fine on the stock firmware. It's plus minus a degree or two. For this particular wave, it works just absolutely fine. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, I wasn't quite done the board. Let's just double check, finish the board. Am I in focus? That looks off. That looks better. Ouch! Burning my hand. Oh, we missed a 200 ohm. That's maybe where this extra came from. Right? Ah, I did have the right amount. Where were you guys on that one? You were probably screaming at me. Oh, there it is. You missed. Pay attention to me. I did miss one. 2.2, all the things, all the right way. 200 ohm, 200 ohm, 10K, 10K, 10K. Yep. Go. Into the hot box. So I just have it sitting on a couple of old small Wemos D1 breakout board spares I had just to keep it up off the metal, and it works good. Like, we're not getting any charring or anything to speak of. That's the one that just came out. Looks pretty decent, eh? No charring. That Enig finish though. Isn't that cool? The only thing, I had an outer, I removed the mask. The solder mask layer is an inverse layer in KiCad, and I removed it around the outside to do a gold border that I could easily clip on if I had to debug for ground, no problem. PCBWay didn't do it. They removed it. So they just filled that layer, and it's definitely in my Gerber, so maybe they figured I made a mistake. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on one of the professional PCB designers on YouTube. I saw an example of his, and I thought, geez, that looks awesome. So I promptly stole the idea. It took me a while to figure out how to do it in KiCad, though. I finally found a post saying, hey guys, the solder mask layer is just inverted, so if you draw on it at all, it removes the mask. I'm like, oh, well, that makes things easy to understand, doesn't it? Good board. Yeah, charm high. Missed R9. Oh, got it. R7 is upside down, letting the pixies fall out again. Fail. We're almost at 5 boards. Got 1 left. Jeez, we did good. That's fast. That's not bad for manually and streaming and goofing around. I don't think. I think we're doing all right. Oh, thirsty. That's not bad for an entirely manual setup, all done at home. Like, I showed my father-in-law this mess last night. He was over. He's a pretty awesome fella. He's an electrician by trade. Old school farmer as well. So he knows his way around a lot of things, and he knows what this is about, but I think he's like, you fucking crazy, kid. Yeah, he thought it was pretty cool. We'll see. I told him that this is, like, he's a businessman too. He ran his own company for many, many years. And I told him how I did all of this. Like, everything here is paid for. Not one penny is funded or loaned. This is all, like, my patrons support the channel. Thank you, patrons. You're awesome. Because that pays my bills so that I can pay Adobe fees, which are freaking expensive to make the videos. But like all of the Amazon links and stuff were able to pay for the components over several months. I banked it. And I don't have a single penny put out. There's a little bit put out of my own money, but not much. So it's an entirely bootstrapped startup. And I think he appreciated that, because I track everything right to the penny. Like, you guys probably have known that about me by now. I'm pretty frugal. Everything is tracked to literally to the penny. So my bill of materials, everything right down to every component is tracked. And I showed him the bill of materials and he's like, wow. So yeah, pretty cool. Hey, you guys are cheerleaders, Adam. I need the support. Moral support matters. and telling me when I've got resistors missing. That's helpful too, especially when they go in the oven and I have to do a whole nother reflow or bugger around soldering by hand. Team. There's no I in team, but there is a we though if you jumble it up a little bit. Or a me, I should say. 10K, 10K. 10K, 10K, 10K. Gimme. Don't jump all over the room this time. Don't jump all over the room. Don't. I think it's probably better to just punch them through the back, honestly. They don't seem to go flying as much when you do that. I like resistors. They don't matter. You just go plop, plop, plop. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And I still got the count wrong. Or one managed to fly away when I wasn't looking, which is possible too. Yeah, this will be good. I'm gonna make a nice chicken dinner for the wife for dinner, and then I'm gonna clean and solder up these boards, and hopefully hopefully I can maybe move to release this week. I did a press release. I used ChatGPT to help me with the press release. I used ChatGPT to help me with the business plan writing, because I want to have the business plan articles and stuff, paperwork at least started, in case anyone ever wants to commercial partner or whatever, because there's only one of me. I can't produce many of these things. But the press release came out pretty good. I did a few different flavors of it because they're just as simple as asking ChatGPT to go again and change it the way I wanted. Because I just give it all the background on what I'm doing in my little kind of company, and it remembers in the conversation, and I just keep adding to it or subtracting or changing it. What am I doing? And yeah, it came out pretty cool. So then I also did some slogans for the website and marketing materials and stuff. Not that I'm paying for advertising, but I don't know, on the website or whatever, wherever I can post stuff for free. Maybe you guys can help me out, share it around. ScentVR.ca. But I was able to hum through that stuff so fast with ChatGPT, and then I dumped some of my once it knew the background of what I was doing with the product and the company, so to speak, I copied and pasted some of the product description stuff from the website into it that I had written and said, can you flesh this out to be a bit better for, I forget how I worded it, a bit better for readability and consumption. And frick me, like, it is definitely a language model. There's no question, because it does one hell of a good job at I'll not call it creative writing, but basically it has learned what good writing style should be, and it does a beautiful job most of the time. And when it doesn't, you just tell it, try again. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. I was able to hum through a lot of stuff. Didn't cost me a dime. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I also had it help me with code. I haven't implemented it. I took its changes back out because it was too much for me to do right now as well. But I got to redesign the web interface for this soon because it's really ugly and plain. It's just super basic HTML. And I don't know HTML coding at all, but ChatGPT sure does. It did a great job. And they give me some sliders to adjust the punch. Done. Boom. There they are. Already set up with the correct variable names and everything. So I just got to integrate it. Not real good at web data. Still figuring it out. Should I try and put all these on the same way for you guys? Okay, just for you. Watch, I'll probably still get it wrong. All on the same way, all upside down, yeah? Why not? Is this 200? Oh, I still put them upside down is good. Upside down is good. It's an Aussie board. Aussie board success. Those ones are all over the place. I'm not going to change those. Okay, I need the other 2.2. Give me. Gimme. Gimme, gimme. You know what's gonna happen? Yeah, that's a bad idea. Because I'm gonna put my hand into one of the the other sets of components if I didn't already. And we're done. So 7 minutes to place a board. I suppose that's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Aussie edition, yes. I do like the gold. I called them a founder's edition because I won't be doing gold after these. I don't think the Enig is significantly more expensive. I'm sure Hassel will be. I think I'm gonna do matte black with Hassel. I think that'll look pretty awesome. Maybe, I don't know. Ouch! Oh, that's hot. It burns. I love you, little icy heater. What a good little device. Just works. And then I also have this is the alcohol, which is probably shouldn't be stored that close, but it's sealed, that I use for cleaning the boards. The ultrasonic just has water in it, and I take it up to 60°C, clean the boards in that, go into the alcohol, scrubby, 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 and then into the toaster oven to dry them up. And it flashes the alcohol off, and yeah, it works great. Pretty happy with how things work. Not a bad little assembly line. Burning rubber. How'd we do? Do we pass quality control? Spiffy, 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 spiffy. Spiffy. Upside down. Spiffy. Beauty. 2.2, 2.2, 200, 200, 200, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I did do, I remember now, I put a 10K where a current limiting was supposed to be on the last batch. And that didn't work out so good. I had a pretty dim LED. Sand, Australian sand. Right on. That's 5. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. I got everything out. I have the boards. Should we do 2 more? Let's do 2 more. 2 more. 2 more? 2 more sound good? Looks like there could be shorts. What are you talking about? Shorts. What are you talking about? Definitely no shorts on that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just flux, man. You can't tell by that. There won't be. Here, I'll show you. That quantity, there won't be any shorts. It will be. That's why I gotta clean them to have a look at anything. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah. Let's see, get you right in there, right in, up close and personal, like. And then if you clean it up, which is really hard to do with that, without running it through the ultrasonic and clean up. There you go. Focus. See? All is fine. Just a beautifully soldered easy stuff. All you're seeing is a little bit of the silk screen outline. Just beautiful. They'll look a lot better once they're cleaned up. Yeah, just lots of goobers. Is that one little solder ball? Yeah. One little solder ball there that'll come. Noink! See? That guy will come right off in the cleaning process, so. Just beautiful. I'll clean them all up proper. I don't want to put scratches in my boards. Oh yeah, you probably couldn't see that very well. Sorry. Solder looks gold. Yeah, because that's the flux. There's the flux. She's goes kind of very much golden brown. Very much so. Very gold. Tobacco just fired again. Jeez, I love that. You just smell that all day. I found the other leather smell is a lot better than the one I used a couple of weeks ago. I have one called smoky leather, and it smells just like you catch a whiff of your leather gear or whatever, your rifle sling or something. It's kind of neat. Should work good too. Again, I didn't switch the camera. Sorry guys. My bad. You're staring at a white screen. How do I clean them? I'm not sure whether maybe you were out just a second ago. So this is my rig for cleaning. So they come from there. They go into the ultrasonic cleaner. It's 60C, and it's just water. Then from there they go into this alcohol bath with that toothbrush, and I give them the scrubby, and then they go into this toaster oven to dry out, and it's on its lowest setting for 20 minutes, and then they dry right out. The alcohol flashes off, and they come out pretty spiffy. No more flux on them. I have to use a little tiny bit of electrical parts cleaner too sometimes, because the flux is sometimes a little stubborn. But yeah, that's how I do it. Nothing to it. It's pretty simple stuff. Yeah, nothing fancy. No fancy cleaners. Just good old IPA and whatnot. So 10K, 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 10K. Give me one more. I don't know what that guy is yet. He was a straggler that got away. At least I can find them on this cutting board now. That's awesome. That works great. Let's find out what the straggler is first. 10K. On screen? Yeah, you can see that. Just 10K. Bloop. Yeah, not bad, eh? Not a bad setup for being at home. Pretty happy with it. I haven't utilized it at all. I put that shelf together 2 years ago with the intent of doing, I think I was going to do rescue boards at that time, and then rescue flopped. Nobody I've sold quite a few kits, but nobody cared about it. The commercial market didn't like it at all because they couldn't patent it, and yeah, it just flopped. So I didn't bother making. I was going to make SMD versions. Yeah, so I all that equipment. I use the ultrasonic cleaner anytime I fix a board. Anytime I do soldering on like any electronics that I fix, I just run it through the ultrasonic to clean it up after. But what's a 10K? That's not right. I grabbed the wrong resistors. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Didn't look right for a second for some reason. Thought I grabbed 10K and not 2.2. But yeah, all the gear has been, I haven't done much reflow other than the Apollo Disky project has SMD components, LEDs, and resistors, and I built a bunch of those boards. I think I only ever sold one. That video series didn't do very well either. None of my videos have been doing very well in a while, but so I haven't needed the reflow oven at all. I hope this project doesn't flop, but if it does, so be it. I don't have a big bucks tied up, and I'm enjoying making these, to be honest. Where the hell did that go? I just dropped. Ah, found you. Sneaky. Sneaky. I was gonna say, I heard it drop and then it didn't go tink tink anymore. Figured it stuck to something. I caught Sion's stream replay the other day of that awesome robot that he's building. That's pretty cool. What an awesome time to be alive that we can make these custom made boards, and if we can't make the custom made board in our custom made electronics lab, we make custom made robots to make the custom made boards. And hell, you got people making self-soldering boards. Like, what a crazy time. Pretty awesome. Sure glad that people did all the open source stuff that they did to make this possible. This project, I would have never dreamed I'd be doing this a decade ago. Here we are. Custom microcontroller with more functionality than hell I even dreamed of 10 years ago. Hell, I barely had a smartphone 10 years ago. Yeah, I guess I did, but not long into having one. I think I got my first smartphone in 2008. That's crazy. Yeah, the Dalek. Oh, thanks, Garth. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, this channel's pretty... This channel's pretty vanilla compared to most. Yeah, 64,000 we're at. But a good portion of those aren't seemingly on YouTube anymore. Like, the stats, you look at Adafruit's channel, it's the same way. Look at their subscriber base compared to what their videos get for views. It's just criminal. What's been happening is mostly because YouTube has just failed to even remotely keep up with the times. The functionality and the company itself is quite bad. There's nothing, I have very little good to say other than thanks for still giving me a platform for free, but they're horrible. And I've debated doing a bit more off-platform content, a lot more short-form content, because nobody cares for the long stuff anymore, but there's a core group like you guys, and that's it. I'm happy to have every one of you. Hopefully YouTube will come around. It's sure hard. Yeah. I could definitely share a bit more of the revenue, too. That would be nice. Lovely, lovely. Look at those. Something just satisfying about this. I never thought I'd enjoy it at all, but I truly do. It's not mindless work, it's just... I guess it's because it's mine, too. It's a bit more fun when I stream. Like the other night when I did a bunch of these by myself, I had the tunes on and stuff, and it was alright, but this is a bit more fun. Yeah, they do. So they do push a lot of content out. But even their, like, if you look at their Ask an Engineer, their show and tell. Nothing happens with that anymore. That one's got a lot of solder on there. That'll be alright. She'll level out. She'll level out. Those ones, this one's a little thick on the solder. I could have done a little bit less for sure. But it'll be alright. The pads are the right size, so they'll take quite a bit. Okay, HDMI. How'd we do? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Not so lovely. That one's not sitting perfectly flat. Or is it an optical? No, it's sitting up just a tiny bit, but it's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Fine and fine. We win! So cool. I love peeking in that thing. So neat. I'm cheating, Gary. I don't have that steady a hand. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Actually, honestly, I've gotten a lot better. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing once let's get another board fired up. I actually gave up alcohol February of the pandemic starting. I was not feeling well, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to go stand in line at the freaking beer store in February for hours, because here in Ontario we have beer stores. Anyway, so I definitely did not feel good for months. It was an adjustment, and I've never gone back. I haven't had a sip since. And about a year in, my tremors that I had in my hands were completely gone, and they were notable. I was degrading. I thought it was early onset Parkinson's for sure, because I have a history of that in the family. But no, yeah, it went all right. I got rid of them, and I'm pretty good now, but I'm still not that steady. So I'll show you what I'm doing. It looks good on the microscope, but it's really just me cheating. Come on, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. So what I'm doing is you can't see it. I have the cutting board here, and my hand is sitting on the cutting board. So all you're seeing is me come in like light speed and just go dunk and place the component, and dunk, place the component. But really all I'm doing is just levering like this, and yeah, I'm cheating. It looks good. It looks like this to you guys, but if I had my hand up in the air, I sure as hell wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, giving up alcohol really helped. I do miss it, and I can't do the cool pile of stuff, mailbags of the beer. Every one of my live shows back in the day, you guys will remember if you've been here a long time, always had a nice big frosty pint. There's usually one or two more in, but I don't miss it. I'm glad I did. Definitely a lot more health benefits now, and definitely a lot steadier hands for now. And I do not miss the feeling of a hangover. Fuck that. God, I don't miss that. Boom, done. 2001. What was that? 200 on? Oh no, 1002. Good. 1002, 1002, 1002. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. It was hard. It was really hard, no question. It was crazy hard. But now it's easy. I don't go out. I don't do anything fun, so that makes it easier. The pandemic was the perfect time because I didn't want to go stand in line, and everything was closed, so it was win-win-win, even though it wasn't easy. Yeah, I'll never go back. I don't see any need. It just has nothing but drawbacks for me. Honestly, even with all the money I thought I would save, I didn't save any. Like, didn't save much. I guess you just spend it in other areas, but I certainly would not want to go back to spending any money on that. I spend my money on my sparkling waters now, and I enjoy those just as much. Encephalitis. Oh, yeah, that's not fun. Well, I'm glad you're still with us. That's serious stuff, and I'm glad it got you turned to a healthier lifestyle, I guess. I don't know. I don't call non-drinking a healthier lifestyle at all. Truthfully, I think there can be some benefits to it, but I always have a lot of praise for people who gave it up, because I know how hard it is. It was not easy. It was most definitely not easy. Give me resistors. Give me more. I think that's enough. Didn't I already have one on the board? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even close. Gimme. Comes out blank, it comes out empty once in a while, so you know that it's stuck in there, probably with about 10 others, and then all of a sudden it'll barf them all out. Yeah, still works. Ah. Got him. Got him. Let's put them on. Zoom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just call me Mr. Pick and Place, except when they end up upside down. That's a problem. 5. Is there some trick to getting them flipped back over? I just keep picking them up and dropping them, and it seems like 9 times out of 10 they fall back the wrong way. Yeah, no smoke, no drink. Amazon gets it all. Yeah, I actually quit smoking around the same time too. Shortly before, the year before, and yeah, I haven't gone back to that either. So, yeah, healthier lifestyle for sure. LEDs, right? Yeah, LEDs. That's what we want. Need a drink. LEDs and a drink. I don't drink myself. I'm in company. That's a different story. Hey, wait a minute. This thing's... Oh, cool. I'm just looking, my chat client that you guys can't see, it's just a little, the ESP32 client up here, is flagging mod and sponsor, and it's Rich's, I guess, because Rich, you're a channel member too, and the little... Yeah, you got the little picture, and it shows up on my chat as sponsor and mod. It puts you big, like big letters. That's awesome. Why do I need 15 multimeters? Because you need all the multimeters. Actually, I am so freaking happy with this bench meter now. Man, oh man, that was the best money I ever spent. That Vici or VC or however it's pronounced, man, I love that thing. I never thought I'd really love a bench multimeter. I sure as heck do. Man, I love it. Just awesome. I love my flukes too, don't get me wrong. But I don't use the flukes anymore because I do everything at the bench now. Oh yeah, lost an LED. Oh, maybe I see it. I see it. Ouch. Oh no! I knocked the solder on the floor. It hit my ass on the way down. Oh no. What a mess. Explosion. Oh yeah, that's proper mess. Yeah, that's proper mess. That sounds like a later problem. The trials and tribulations of a literally tiny workshop. Like, I don't know whether you guys can get a look at like how this place is tiny. There's my freezer. There's the disaster that I just made. And I only have like 2 feet. And then, yeah, walls and walls and walls. But I make the best of it. It's my little space, but it is freaking tiny. You can fit 2 people in here if you're cozy with each other, but that's it. I wish I had something bigger, but the price of real estate's gone nuts. That I don't know when I'll be able to afford to move someday. Get into a bigger shop someday, maybe. All right, we got some LEDs. Right on. Yeah, solder on the floor, it is. Oh yeah, the square is that's a picture of a scope or a meter on his. It's a channel sponsor member badge. Stop. Rich has been one of my only channel members for quite a long time. Yeah. I think I have 2 channel members now currently, perhaps. I think there's maybe one other. But that's another reason I decided to stream on this channel again. It's not fair to Rich that like he gets the badge, but the only place it shows up, I think it shows up if he comments on a video, but it shows up on every comment in a live chat. And another reason I decided to go back to streaming on the main channel a little bit. It doesn't really make a difference for cluttering up the channel. If it does, people can leave. It doesn't matter. They leave anyway. So at least this way the channel members get their badge shows up and it's a little easier to find me. Bloop. It's kind of satisfying. Bloop. I dare say I'm getting the hang of it. I only put 1 in the wrong space for a short time and missed 1 for a short time. Now I'm missing a diode again. Where do they keep hiding? It's like the... found him. Haha! Found you this time. Little shop elves come in at night and hide things on me. Bloop. Yeah, I definitely went a little thick on the solder paste on this one too. If you don't, I start getting to the point where you don't squeegee it off level thinking, oh, that's a good idea to leave that much. A little more, it won't hurt, it'll just dome up, but it's quite a bit. It'll be fine, but okie dokie, back to the bin. Take 1 out, put 1 in. Yeah, we're cooking. That's 7 boards. I think we'll call it that. Let's check this one, finish that one. We'll see how we did. Ow, it's very hot. 10K, 10K, 10K. 10K, 10K, 10K. Diode, diode, diode. Hey, I put them all in the right way this time. I don't even think I tried on that board. And 2 pull-ups. Good to go. See, I even put test points on this board. Aren't I a professional now? Test points in the whole bit, eh? Wild! Get yours today. ScentVR.ca. Actually, you can't get one today, but get one soon. Yeah, it does fill the available space. Yeah, Velcro. Yeah, check this out. So under here, I just redid that all this weekend. Oh, I didn't show you what I did here. Check out this for 5S. Shit. This is my, this is how I decided, oh, come on. Sorry if you're going seasick. All right, it's going to be on a crooked angle. My bad. It's the best I can do. So I moved all of those. This is where the Arduino major bins lived. And I wanted to be able to do ScentVR quickly for assembly. So I made, they're all in order. So the boards are ScentVR 0 because they just get done whenever. But ScentVR 1 is all these components that go on the boards first stage. ScentVR 2 is the wiring and bezels. ScentVR 3, we have the caps for the fans. ScentVR 4, whole tote of fans, put that in. 5 is the cups that go under the fans in there, and then all the sample cups, wicks, smells, and spare inventory off to the side. And it's all right here, right by, like, right where I work. And there's my streaming PC up there. But I can go from here to the workbench in just one step and keep on trucking. So time in motion is very, very low for me here at this tiny workshop, but I'm really loving the way I did that. It makes it a lot more enjoyable that everything is where I need it to be and within, easy to find, easy to work with. I have my schematic up there that I don't really need to reference anymore, but I had to, with manually having to wire the encoder, the I2C encoder, I have to make my harnesses for that for Gen 1. Sometimes I need to refer to it. But yeah, everything's just boom, boom, boom. Away we go. Pretty happy with it. No, I haven't had a Pop-Tart in that thing. Yeah, I have had Pop-Tarts. I'm gonna grab another drink. Check on the printer. Tell me how it is. Oh, there's the printer. Maybe I need to switch it. Oh, it's not done yet. Be right back. And then, yeah, there we go. Check this out. I built this up 2 weeks ago. ThinkPad T470. I did a 2 terabyte SSD in this, and I'm running Kubuntu on one partition and Windows 10 on the other. And this is freaking awesome. I should have done this years ago. What an awesome machine. So I needed a Linux box to do the backend server stuff for ScentVR firmware updates. So I had to do this in my spare time too. I got this dirt cheap off of eBay. These are quite really price reasonable for what they are. I got this out of Toronto and it's spotless, not a mark in it. Just wonderful. Batteries were a little on the weak side, so I got 2 batteries for it. One's still inbound. But yeah, works good. Kubuntu is just awesome, except the Dolphin file manager is kind of flaky. Not finding that so great, but the command line stuff, like obviously it's great. It's Linux, and yeah, I'm able to do the certificate signing and the binary signing for this, for the firmware update process, which was a fun thing to learn. But now it's quite easy to manage it. Now that on Linux, everything is so much easier for that stuff. And Kubuntu with Plasma is just awesome. What an awesome looking interface. Pretty cool. Nice. All right. I think that board is halfway done. Yeah, I got lots to clean. We did 7, right? Yeah, 7 boards. Oh yeah, check this out. I buy this stuff at the grocery store. This is what allowed me to quit drinking beer, honestly. This stuff I drink a lot of it, different flavors of it. It's just awesome. I'm sure it's probably bad for me in some way or another, but flavored, just the carbonated juice is awesome. I really enjoy it. And now I do things that I enjoy and not worry so much about if there's anything bad about them. So I don't care anymore. I'm getting old. And I like building ScentVRs. This one has been butchered so many times. If you guys haven't, I think most of you guys were around, but this is the inside of it with the different scent modules. And my PCB cover that I made, I'm super proud of. That worked out just beautifully. It looks kind of classy in here. Gen 2 is a little bit bigger. I had to increase the size here at the front so I didn't have to keep making a custom LCD connector. Turned out I had the sizing wrong, the depth was wrong, so I had to add myself another 10 mil on this design this weekend. So most of the ones on the shelf over here now are Gen 2. These are all Gen 1, and then everything from here down is Gen 2, which is the only difference is a slight case design change and a single piece molded cable, and not one that I have to make, which is pretty cool. I love my shoe racks. I'm obsessed with my $5 dollar store shoe racks. It makes me happy to have these all just assembly, parts, assembly, rack, off to shipping in the other room in the studio where the printers are. Pretty cool. Bionic beaver. Oh, well, I think, oh yeah, I gotta clean up the mess I made. Might as well do that while that one last board cooks off. And then we'll check it. Oh, Jesus. My precariously balanced microscope stuffed in the corner here that's on top of plastic cases nearly took a dive. So, happy with our let's make one more board. I can't scrape that off easily without having a board in here. So we'll make one more. One more for the road. One more for the road. Yeah, I can't scrape that huge mess up without this. So let's do one last one. I got it all over the place. So let's get all this. There's a hair. No hairs allowed. We'll do one last one. See if I can screw it up. Yeah. Good. That'll be a little better. Oh, that pipe tobacco again. Man, that just... I don't know why I like that smell. I never knew anybody that smoked a pipe. It smells just like it. At least I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Sure like that smell. I haven't played with that. I don't think I've had that one on in VR yet. I'm looking forward to that. That should be really neat. That'll be kind of freaky though when you're going between the houses and door kicking and clearing bad guys and you smell a pipe. You're gonna think that there's a bad guy there. Really cool if it was an API that really was. Hopefully people start making the APIs soon that work. There's still only 2 games with an API for smells that I'm aware of. So we don't need no stinking API. What's going on here? Maybe... Oh, my camera's all bound up here. Sorry. Dizzy time. There. Camera was all twisted in circles. Big gob here. Stop! The only thing that sucks about the factory firmware on that thing is it will beep until you go deal with it. It does not stop. At least not that I have been able to leave it long enough. I can't tolerate it that long. Just wails. Big gob of paste got down through the MOSFET. I'm not using the holes in the MOSFETs anyway. Oh, there's paste everywhere. It's all over the test points. I definitely had that board in upside down. Had to. Something went completely horribly wrong there. Let's start over. Used to smoke a pipe that had resin in it. That kind of... There, it just fired again. Man, oh man, what an awesome smell. Yeah, I definitely had this in backwards or something. There's no way I could have had that much. That was all over the place. Yeah, must have. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's do the last one. Then we'll call it. Then there's only a couple left in the damn box, so it's awfully tempting to finish, but I don't think I will. I don't think we should push our luck today. I should move on to other things. That's enough boards. I don't need any more than that for this week. The important part is to get shipping. I have to do that packing material today, shred some material, but have all the stickers done. I have really cool stickers. You guys are gonna, Garth, you're gonna love it. Sneak peek, because I guess most of you won't get to see them. I don't know whether I don't think I'm gonna show the packaging on the channel. At least not for a little while. But I'm doing, it's all military themed, and a lot of stickers that have I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory. Robert Duvall stuff. It's just, I'd made a whole bunch of different stickers of that, and I got cool stickers like Top Secret and stuff. And perfect. Yeah, all kinds of, I'm pretty proud of the packaging. It's going to be kind of neat. It'll definitely be unique, and it's all made by me, all handmade. So yeah, it's going to be kind of cool. It's definitely going to be one of a kind, that's for sure. And then in the case, all the components come in cloth bags with custom stamped logos and stuff on them, all military themed, like MREs and ammo, and yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not a very artistic guy, but I thought it was pretty cool to do something like that, different, right? Something unique that'll stand out, but that doesn't cost a lot of money. That's this problem. This packaging is freaking expensive. Holy smokes, is packaging expensive. Jesus, like ridiculous expensive. So I had to do everything that I could make it myself. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think everything's going to come out pretty good. Oh yeah, let's get some 10Ks. One more time into the breach. Give me. Got it. Microscope. Zoom out. Yeah, much less this time. I cleaned it off pretty good, so there'll be no danger of shorting, that's for sure. Definitely a lot less, but the other ones are fine too. I'll double check them. I go through the post-operative checks of everything. It's pretty easy to check these boards. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Did you guys check out the Galvo laser video yet? Curious what you guys think of that thing. They're dropping the price on it. It's kind of neat. SaneSmart is doing, it's a SaneSmart product, and as usual they launched it under a different brand, and then they'll switch it if it does well, and if they ditch it, they'll just ditch it, I think. But it sure is a neat laser, but not a huge fan of the price point. It's definitely top of the mark. I enjoyed the video though. I enjoyed making it. It was fun. It was fun to play with and fun. It's definitely a neat tool that I'm going to put to work for. I thought about making serial numbers for ScentVRs and stuff and using it for that, but I couldn't find an easy way to integrate it that I wouldn't have to be manually changing numbers and stuff. So I kind of ditched the idea, but it'd be cool if they would have like an API or something. You could use it for that, and you could just put components under it and etch a serial number in like a second, because being a Galvo laser, it's so fast, right? It does the whole thing basically at once. But no such luck yet. Their app doesn't work too great. Canadian made, lots of smoke. Recently got a Mr. Carb Galvo. Played with it a bit. Seems to work okay. Yeah, it's the light spatter from them is wildly worse than any of my diode lasers. It's just brutal. It is definitely coming from as a former mechanic who has had welder's flash numerous times. I can 100% testify that you 100% do not want to get welder's flash from one of those things, which you will get, or worse. You could obviously destroy your eyes, but at minimum you're going to get flash from it, which is where your retinas are burned, and it is a pain unlike any other. Nighttime, when you try to sleep, you've got burning hot sand in your eyes that cannot be helped with anything, and you get the joy of that for two days, sometimes even 3. It is freaking horrible. So yeah, that was, hopefully I stressed the safety side of it a little bit. light splatter in those is just a little on the dangerous side in a way. Like, I won't call it dangerous because it's a freaking laser. Like, people should know, like, it's not a consumer product, but it is definitely, it's definitely got just as much hazards as a big industrial arc welder in a small space. Yeah, it will. There's a lot of UV comes off of a TIG. A lot. It will definitely bleach your shirt and put a lot of holes in it from splatter. Well, I guess not so much splatter from TIG usually, but yeah, it's honest to God, I stupidly had, I don't know how many times I've had flash. Same with the other guys, like the other friends of mine, like several are body men and mechanics, and it's just a rite of passage, but you look back on it and it's so stupid. You were just being stupid without wearing, closing your eyes instead of wearing your proper, that was before we had our auto darkening visors too, so in our defense things weren't quite as easy as they are now. But yeah, you think, oh, I'll just close my eyes, and then you, each time you catch it just for a few milliseconds, and then you spend 2 days in agony that there's nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing, other than maybe knock yourself unconscious. Not pleasant. Don't miss those days. Won't miss them much. Miss some things. Work at a big company now that it's just completely faceless now. They don't care anything about employee to employee. Like, we're just numbers now. Didn't used to be that way. We used to value loyalty and stuff, but not anymore. I miss that in a small shop and getting like Christmas bonuses and stuff, and sitting around having pints after work. And Friday night we always had pints and time to decompress and just to be human. Now I work remote with a pretty awesome team of people, some of the smartest people I've ever met, but we work for a company that doesn't care one iota about us anymore. They only care about the bottom line and looking good, making sure that they made all the distinct minorities happy at work. I know it sounds bad, but that is exactly how it is. It's crazy. I'm pretty protective of my eyes. Yeah, the auto darkening is just awesome. It's game changing. Like, seriously game changing, right? Awesome. We got that in there. Go. And we'll check this one out and see how we did. I remember watching a building work. Flash clear. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, we got some diodes. They're all the right way. We got some resistors that are away. We got some pull-ups that are indeed there. And we got some... What have we got? Why are you worrying me? Ah, you're fine. Yeah. And lots of flukes. Good. Good, good, good. We win. Yeah. Hey. Almost looks like something. Looks like we that's kind of neat. I feel like I accomplished something. Oh, and I totally didn't have I've mounted my damn fume fan. It's been sitting here the whole time, and I didn't turn it on once. I mounted that yesterday, finally, because I never take it off the shelf. Because I'm an idiot and don't think to grab it. We're talking PPE, and I'm sitting here right beside it. It's 4 inches from my left hand. Fail. Oh well. It's there now. It's actually on the same Wi-Fi outlet as all my gear, so normally it's on, but I turned it off to make sure I didn't have the audio picked up. Oh well. Well, guys, that was fun. Well, I got one in the oven, and then we're good. I say we call it pretty good. Don't forget to click a thumbs up if you like these videos. I would appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to click a thumbs up on any video if you enjoy it, please. YouTube is just brutal now. To get anywhere on anything, like they've made it harder to click thumbs up and stuff, is in my opinion, on the mobile app, but with no engagement and stuff, the channels just don't have a chance of getting, like, and I don't mean getting discovered, I mean just getting stuff seen by you guys. Like the home feed, forget it. Unless you're damn popular, it ain't gonna show up. Unless you're like me, like I don't use the home feed, I use the sub feed, and then I can see all my subscriptions, and I go through them every day. But if you use the home, like most people do, I'll never even show up. Definitely not enough engagement, not enough active viewers. So yeah, if you guys enjoy it, it gives me good feedback too. I like to know what you guys think, and like to know what you guys think of these projects from the ground up. I have lots more ideas in my head for projects like this, but right now I'm obviously completely obsessed with this. Almost as obsessed as I am with these new encoder knobs that actually shine like rainbows. What an awesome! I paid, these are $4 a piece. I got totally scammed on that, but oh, does it ever look nice? Just awesome. But yeah, it's hard to get good metal encoder knobs. Plastic ones are super easy to come by, 20 cents a piece, but yeah, good metal ones I like that one. Tactile, and I love this power switch. So anyway, I got lots more ideas in my head, so if you guys want to stick around, I'd love to have you. And yeah, I think the cart. Oh, nice. All right, guys, cheers and all the best. I will see you again soon. Have a good one.